Hey guys, Andre here with Cinemoff.com. Welcome back to my channel. Today we've got something different. It's the Predator 2 Maquette by Sideshow Collectibles. First of all, thank you very much to two YouTube channels or YouTube reviewers out there. So namely this is BMR Production, Brian, Mark Riddle and Cartel from Hell. They did two awesome video reviews on this piece and they instantly caught my attention because I've never thought I would get this piece. But now it's here. I ordered it 1 week ago from Sideshow directly. I had a very good first impression with the in-hand pictures. Of course there's some flaws here and there, but on general I think the overall presence is really there with this piece. And maybe it's not worth 1,200 bucks, but I think it's a good catch, especially if you're a Predator fan. So I'll cover some bad and good points on this piece and follow me through this video review. So for the box, as you can see, quite a nice print on there of the figure. This is the exclusive version, which is a run of 400 pieces. I got the 162 and basically got two additional items there, which I will show afterwards. The shipment was done by FedEx. It cost only $40 US. Never paid that less for a Sideshow shipment. No idea what was happening, and maybe they had like an incentive going on for international collectors on this piece. I have no idea, but it was overall quite a nice deal. I mean, I paid like the general FedEx fee of $20 US and then the taxes for import, which was about $100 US. So overall it was 1,350 bucks, I think. There was quite a debate on the Sideshow Collectors boards because some people got an early discount somehow of about 20% on this piece. Maybe I will try to contact Sideshow on this topic, but probably not. For me, right now it's totally okay. So yeah, and here we go with the piece. First, the topic is about the height. So what we got here is about, for the figure itself, it's about 65 centimeters. And if you compare it to the real size of Predator, which is about 2 meters 20 or something, it's a bit out of scale. So it's not really a 1/4 scale piece, it's more of a 3.5 scale piece or something like that. And it will be really out of scale with other 1/4 scale pieces. I will show you some comparison pictures with some Hot Toys 1/4 scale figures. So then for a quick comparison with a half scale piece, I got here a picture with the Iron Man Legendary scale by Sideshow. This one really dwarfs the Predator in his size and in his presence also, so don't expect that 3.5 piece could somehow shine over 1/2 scale piece. And then I will show you a quick comparison with myself in picture. I'm about 5'8". Alright, then of course, as you know me, currently I'm more of a figure collector, but I started out actually as a statue collector in 2000 with a lot of Palisades, Alien and Predator stuff, but I sold everything and got back into collecting figures. And what you see here is the very accurate Hot Toys 1/6 scale City Hunter. And basically it's a really good comparison here with the Maquette of Sideshow Collectibles. You will see already some of the differences. For example, on the biomask, there is a lot of debate because it has a bit of an egg shape, where the Hot Toys one is really a lot more accurate. Also, you see that the Hot Toys Predator has a lot more gloss on it, where the skin tone on the Maquette is more like a flat tone. Then some small details which are absolutely awesome on the Hot Toys one are just not present on the Maquette. As you see, for example, let me turn this a bit here. It's quite a heavy piece, about 15 kilograms. So here you see the wrist blades. They're just plain silverish, no real weathering on it, and they're even plasticky. And on the Hot Toys one we got real metal blades. So this, I just can't understand for such a price point. Then let's have some close-ups here on the mask portrait. Apart from the egg shape, I think the biomask is really well done. Especially the paint application is great. It didn't look that obvious in most in-hand pictures, but if you got it right in front of you, the paint variation is really there. It has a lot of bronze, copperish, goldy stuff. Then if you look closer, you will see that there's this mesh inside the visor. Here it's really obvious, and on the other side there's a lot of thick paint on it. I really don't like this, and this is definitely another flaw on my piece at least. Here is a nice copper oxidization effect, a bit of green in there. Alright, then let's go for the dreads. As you can see, a lot of beads on there in different colors and shapes. This one is very cool. There's a sculpted ring on it, so everything is sculpted. And as you can see here in the close-up, not all of them are really great painted. There's no weathering, quite thick paint. So this is really another drawback for myself. I think they use the same dread sculpt for the secondary portrait. Then I'd like to cover this discussion on the gap there. So there's a lot of light here in this room, as you can see here, and this is really now quite a bad example. I think in person it's not that visible, so we talk about this gap between the biomask and the actual head sculpt. So then let's have a quick look at the body. I think overall for me the netting works quite well. I saw some topics here and there that there are some bulges and stuff going on where the netting is not really tight on the body. I think on mine it looks quite okay. The netting itself is nicely applied. I really like it. I'm personally a fan of this solution. And then let's have a good close-up here on this amazing paint job on the armor. So this is really awesome. You see these green copperish parts here, so nice. It really feels lifelike, like real armor, and you can't really have this effect by just looking at it in some low light environments. So really you have to put some light on it to really enjoy the whole paint job. So let's go a stage lower. You see here this loincloth piece, which looked a bit awkward in some photos, but in person it really looks decent enough. Then as you can see here, this is one of the first accessories. Actually this disc here is the one that you just can put inside the placement. It's attached with a magnet, of course. The backside doesn't look too nice, but at least it looks really good painted on the surface. So and there's the magnet, and you just can put it in. It will hold nice and steady. Then let's go for the close-up on the wrist plates and this hand here. Everything's magnetized, by the way. This is the real disc with all the details down there. Amazing paint job as well on this one. And this is one of the exclusive pieces. Then also what I really like are these leatherish pieces here, these on the belt area. Then I think here we've got this small bag, which is sculpted but nicely painted. And overall, as you can see, the skin tones, I think they made quite a decent job as well. And if you look from down below, as you can see, there are some details from the mandibles covered by the mask. And that's also a great detail here with these straps. And now for the worst part, I think, of this statue, which is the base. So the base actually is a neat idea. I mean, it's massive, it really has a lot of weight. This part is even, I think, colored quite nicely in these bronze tones, but have a look at these bone structures here on the front. That's something that I was aware of. and they absolutely have no highlighting or really detailed highlighting. It's just, I think it's called spray over. The sculpt at least would be nice, so I might think about repainting it. Yeah, we'll see. But overall I think the Predator itself really sets flush on the base, which is quite a neat thing. So let's quickly cover the additional parts or accessories that you get with this piece. So this is the normal default hand. I'll show you just quickly how this works. Just pull it out and slide it in. Then let's go for the left arm. Here you got a secondary hand sculpt with the briefer mask, but first let's have a quick look at the spear. So the spear is, I think, resin. Could have been a lot better if it would have been die cast. I think there are some issues with the balance or the straightness of the spear. Mine looks quite okay, I think, but overall not really that inspiring, I have to say. But yeah, it looks nice attached on the statue, and I think I will leave it with the spear, because the secondary piece that you get with the exclusive is not the major accessory of a Predator. This briefing mask here, and this briefing mask has actually, I think, quite a nice sculpt, also some details in the inside. The tubing is also quite nice, but I think there's no real slot to put the tube in. I'm not sure, guys, maybe there. So this is how it would look with the tube and the default hand on the right side. Now let's go for the major secondary accessory, which is the unmasked portrait or head sculpt. Again, the head sculpt is with magnets attached to the body, and here is some nice detail on the color. You also got this copperish golden bronze effect parts. So let's get the secondary unmasked head sculpt. So here we go. Just slide it in very gently, and here it is. One ugly motherfucker, I have to say. But I think I like his mug. Somehow this mug shot is really there, and the first in-hand pictures really caught my attention on this unmasked portrait. I probably will display it with this one. Before I show you some close-ups on some paint topics, I want to show you the first impression that you get out of the box when you look at it from a distance. It's really a huge, nice representation of a menacing Predator 2 City Hunter. So this wow effect is really there, getting this piece in hand. But as usual with Sideshow, the devil lies in the details, and now I will show you some paint flaws here and there on this unmasked head sculpt, which I was not so content with. So let's do a quick focus on the forehead and crown area. Personally, I like the effect, and it really looks nicely applied. I have no idea if it's paint or if it's decals or whatever, or special transfer method. Here it looks too perfect for my liking. And then of course all the quills are missing. So this is the major flaw for myself. And I try to get a customized job that somehow we can add these quills here on this area, and then of course on this area. Then let's go for the eyes. I think the eyes are neat. They have a bit of clear coat gloss. They really give it a bit of a lifelike presence, but they're not movie accurate. I think the Predator had white eyeballs and very fierce looking eyes. Here he also looks quite menacing, but it's really not the movie look that this Predator is going for. I'm unsure, but it could be that these are stickers as well. And then of course the mouth area. Always a huge topic on Predator figures. I might have to take away a bit of light here. So this is not the original paint application. You will see on the right side a photo of the mandibles in its original state. what I was not so keen with is these gums here on the mandibles, the lower mandibles. They were just white, just a very slight pink touch, but not really like in, for example, some reference pictures for example, the legendary scale bust by Sideshow. And I pimped it up a bit with some rose color here and there. It might look a bit too colorish, but I also added some of clear gloss coat here and there. Also here on this area I did nothing, but I added a bit of clear gloss. So let's switch off the light. I think it looks okay. I might repaint it again, I'm not sure yet, but I think for me it looks better than the original state. Then I had a paint flaw just left or right next to the left eye. There was this huge paint blob and I had to rub the paint off and then repaint it with some brown, yellowish, whitish colors. But yeah, I think overall, if you don't have these major flaws like these paint blobs or some unexpected features on the unmasked head sculpt, I think you will be very okay, and I think it looks really realistic, and especially from a certain distance it has really nice effect and presence. And one neat thing that you get with this set here, or this statue, is this secondary statue or pillar for the secondary head sculpt. It's also magnetized, painted really nice, I have to say, and makes it for a nice display next to the statue. Oh, and I almost forgot, so you have this shoulder cannon, of course. It's basically made out of this cannon here, nicely sculpted and painted. And this metal rod. So the metal rod you have to somehow place between the dreads. So yeah, you first have to take off, of course, the head sculpt, then slide this in, and then you can put the shoulder cannon on the rod. And this will be the final look. Very sleek design of a shoulder cannon, I have to say. But there's no other possibility to place this rod because of all the dreads. Maybe you can place it here on the front side, I'm not sure. Alright guys, this is it for this video review. I hope you enjoyed it. My final verdict and conclusion, I think it's worth about $1,000 US. Maybe 800 would feel a lot better. There are some major flaws, for example, on the base. And here there are some paint issues. If you're really a hardcore Predator fan, you will notice here there are some things, but overall the presence is really there and it will fit perfect in a Predator collection, I have to say. So yeah, I hope this video review helped some other people on justifying this purchase, but right now it's quite hard to actually acquire one because the regular and also the exclusive, of course, is on the wait list. So we've got like 400 exclusive pieces which are probably all sold out right now, and I have no idea about the regular edition size. Alright guys, have a happy weekend and until next time, bye bye.